Welcome folks, this is the magnificent Fokoos Odin5 F3. This is the best printer I've seen in a long time, and I'm going to show you why right now on the Technivorous channel.
Hey folks, Technivorous here. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, but stick around because today we're going to be talking about some pretty interesting stuff I don't think you're going to want to miss.
They boast on the website that they would like the setup of this printer to be as simple as opening a brand new laptop, and relatively it is. Basically all I'm going to do in this video is stand the uprights vertical and then insert two bolts. So if you'd like to see more of the setup video, there is a longer version. I'll include it at the link above, but we're just going to kind of breeze through how simple this was and show you, because it's really all about ease of use for people getting their first printer. This printer is above and beyond amazing. And once we have those machine screws in on the sides there, basically all that's left is to attach the ribbon cables and plug it in. So I'll do that now. We'll get this guy set up and we'll go over some of its pros and cons before we do this test print. And while this beautiful model is printing, let's take a look at some of the other amazing features here on the Fokoos Odin5. So one of the things I like the most is this extruder system. Now this is actually pretty awesome. It did take me a minute to realize, and it's not marked here, that there is a lever that you can depress in order to actuate the gear in order to make filament removal and insertion a little bit easier. So if you notice this little notch right here, it has a screw hole for tensioning that spring in there, and you can actually press on that to release the spring and feed your filament in and out. The fan and shrouds come off pretty easily, and in fact there is a fan and a blower part on the SD card, so you can print these in any color that you so choose, do a little modification as well. So most machines that have the dual Z-axis, I'm not really a fan because they can get out of line kind of easily, and you kind of have to keep an eye on that. But this one actually works really well, and I will say that this right here is going to add to the noise factor of the machine, which is the only downfall. But if noise is the bane of your existence, stay tuned, because it's not that big of a deal compared to some of the amazing things that this printer can do, and I am really impressed so far. So let's check out the flexible flat cables. This has become more of a standard on 3D printers these days, these ribbon cables that just pop in and out. It makes assembly really easy, and that's kind of the whole theme here, as you saw earlier with the unboxing. And as I said, they have printable parts, not just the extruder cover shown here. There is a fan blower down here as well, and this is a picture of the bed. It is really similar to an Ender 3 in construction. I'm not sure exactly what it's made of because it doesn't say. It just says glass hotbed, but the adhesion is really nice. One of the things I showed you was the screen. This is a simulation of the screen that actually doesn't do it justice, because on that screen you get displays of the picture that you're printing. So you actually get a 3D it's 2D representation of your 3D model on that screen, and not just an icon that says Kira or something like that. It does take an extension, but it's very simple to do, and I'll show you how to do that in another video. These are just some of the suggested reasons to use this machine. But if you look right here, we can see some technical specifications. So we're going to watch the print as I read these to you, and we'll do that right now. So as far as specifications go, they are pretty straightforward. You have a build volume of 235 by 235 by 250, and that is on par with the Ender 3 or most standard printers of this size. It is an FDM printer. The official model name is the Odin5 F3, although you'll find it more commonly just referred to as the Odin5. And everything's pretty standard. Nozzle diameter 0.4 millimeters, filament diameter 1.75 millimeters. It says the maximum printing speed is 300 millimeters per second. Now, you can get some amazingly fast prints off of here. 300 millimeters per second is, in my book, a little excessive. You can get decent prints at that speed, but I would slow it down and tend to go for a little bit more quality, because the quality this machine is capable of, as you'll see here in a minute, is pretty incredible. Recommended layer thickness between 0.1 and 0.4, and the heated bed goes to 120, the nozzle to 260. Your standard input file formats, and there are different slicers that you can use. as usual. So supported materials, PLA, TPU, ABS, PETG, although they recommend PLA and PLA plus because it works better at the slightly lower temperatures. So that is going to be it for the specifications. And what you're seeing now are pictures of the finished model. Now this thing came out beautifully. This is one of the models included on the machine, and while I did print many other models, they all came out really well. So I thought the features in this one would be nice to point out: the overhang on the beak, the really fine details in the log structure down here, as well as a few other things. I mean, this thing came out flawlessly, and it was a really fast print. So you guys definitely need to check out this printer. You won't be disappointed, and I'll put a link down below.
Stick around.
Don't miss out on this epic printer. I have a link down below. Use it. It is definitely worth the purchase.
Stick around, guys. I got another YouTube recommended video for you right here. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Make sure that you smash that like button. We'll see you in the next one. Technivorous out.